Yeah, yeah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, the Edo people, Robo people, Isoko, Ika, Kwale, uh, and all the ethnic groups that make up the Benin Empire. I say good evening to you all today. Let me start with my beautiful language, the Edo language. Wahia wabe bene egekai kedubaririgai isa oye Robo, Wado, Soko Wado, Ika, Aluao, and those I didn't measure. The Isako people, the Owan people, Afiema people, the Iseluku people, the Owa people, all over Nigeria and outside Nigeria. I say good day to you all today, and I want to welcome you specially to uh, our small talk of the day today. I have been away for a while. Uh, sometimes you need to visit some people you also know, and where I was, the network was not other compatible for me to have a live broadcast. Although I have one live broadcast, which was not very good, the other was not good. The video himself was not other good. But today I'm back to base. I'm back to base, and I've been following all that has been happening. And when I was clapping before, I was clapping for the Benin people, clapping for the Edo people, the Orobo people, the Isoko people, the Enoani people, the Ika people, the Owa people, the Afiema, the Esan people, all the Benin tribes. I was clapping for you people because now it's like what we have been dreaming of is coming gradually to manifest. Yes. Actually, all started when our great king, our royal father, our God King on earth, the Omonoba Nedo Ukuapolopolo Oba Ewari II, the Great, visited Lagos. Visited Lagos and was having some press conference. I will not say press conference, was just uh, something he needed to talk about. And they talked about it and immediately finished that Lagos belongs to the Benin, Lagos, that the Benin people, the Edo people, the Benin entirely found the city of Lagos. And not just only that, he also said something that God ordained Tinubu, President Tinubu, to be the president of Nigeria. Immediately he finished that press conference or that conference. It was not even over when people started streaming out to attack our Omonoba. To attack our Omonoba, what is he talking about? He doesn't know what he's talking about, all this and that. You see, sometimes, you know, things needed to be put in place where it belongs. And I believe this was the right time for our Omonoba of Benin and for the Benin people entirely. Whether you are Do, you are Esan, you are Robo, Kwale, Soko, Shekiri, and all that, it's time that we start waking up gradually, because Nigeria, as it is now, you know, things are going the way we will not expect it to go. You see, when our Monoba make this statement, we could see how most of our Yoruba people reacted. Reacted, yeah, reacted to this statement the Oba made. You know, some were positive and some were very, very negative. Negative as if, our Oba made a mistake. I would not say our Oba made a mistake. I think, you know, our Monoba doesn't talk sometimes, keep quiet. Even the Benin, the Edo people, they doesn't talk, even though they know the truth of the whole matter. Sometimes they keep quiet. They allow things to develop to a certain stage, before we start talking about it. And when we are talking about it, it's going to be only a statement. This statement will spread the whole truth out to the whole world. And this is what our Monoba did that very day, And when he was doing it, it was so precise. It's like bringing out the sword and cut off the head, cut off the head. And everybody was so surprised about this statement that they need to run to their press and start uh, vibrating and start saying this is not the right time and start saying no, it was very wrong. You see, when you want to argue with the custodian of the Benin history, because the Lagos has always been a Benin territory, before the Portuguese came, before the British came, you know, when some of these people started arguing this and that, we all were looking at them. What are these people talking about? Because I would like to measure some name, you know, when we talk somebody like Charlie Boy, who called himself area father, you know, a gang name. Then we have Asari Dokumba, who is also a gang leader. He called himself a kingmaker. You cannot be a kingmaker when you are not a king, or when you are not an emperor, or when you are not even a chief. So when our Monoba said these things, we saw people coming out to start insulting uh, themselves. I will not say they were insulting our father. They were insulting ourselves, themselves. So uh, while I was clapping before, and I need to take clap for our people, the Edo people, the Esan people, the Yoruba people, you know, you see how our people came out in the social media to defend our Oba, not just only to defend our Oba, but to defend our culture, our heritage, our history. This was amazing. I've never, since my starting, I would say about 7 years ago, broadcasting, I have never seen something like that. I have never seen a fighting spirit of the Benins in that form. And I'm very, very proud of you people. I want you people to know that and to know this. You see, today, the Igbos are coming up with different versions of the Benin history, uh, fake Benin history. Likewise, the Yorubas, they are coming with also some fake histories of the Benins. But my father always say something. A tree that have a deep root, is not, it will not be afraid when the wind is coming. Because hardly the wind can pull it down. And those trees that are not deep rooted, you can see them, all of them afraid. Because they know when the winds come, all of them are going to fall down. They are going to fall down because they cannot be able to resist the wind. This is now what is happening to the Yorubas and happening to the Igbos. All of them are not afraid because these are the people who doesn't have history in Nigeria. Nor any of this history is written down from them. You see, after the Oba of Benin make that statement, I come up after a few days, I come up with a write-up in our Facebook page to say that the Benin Empire history is not only documented in Nigeria, but all over the world, you know. And this statement was like a fire, when you put a petrol into fire and you are pulling in water to to extinguish it, it was just like that, you know. And people were coming to comment, to abuse, to insult, and do all sorts of things. But sometimes the truth should always remain the truth, no matter how other people will fight you about this truth, no matter how they will threaten you about this truth. Let it remain the truth. You see, when the Oba of Benin finished, I believe the Yoruba started their own campaign. Likewise, the Igbo. They started the campaign with some prominent, I would say, some prominent Nigerians uh, who they gave money. Somebody like Charlie Bo, Asari Dokumbo, and some Igbos and Yorubas were coming online. They were being paid, or somebody like Omokri, they call him Omokri, coming online to start distorting the Benin history. You know, uh, they think the Benin history is always written in Facebook, in Wikipedia, but there are other source. There are other source, valuable source, where the Benin history is always kept. And this is with these people. The Edo people, the Yoruba, everybody know their history. Everybody know where they came from. You know, it's like what they were now doing now wake the entire Benin ethnic group up. All of them wake up. When I see today in the social media, when I read something about the Isoko people, I read something about the Orobo people, the Shekiri people, the Ika people, the Owan people, Afiema people, Esako people. Then I read something about the Enwani people, where this area from Obi of Iseluku, then from the Agbo side, the Ika side, then from the Ozanogo Goro or area. So I'm very, very happy about that. Very, very happy of what is now coming out. That people now recognize where they came from and where they belong. You see, before the coming of the British to Nigeria, the Benin was the greatest, was the biggest of all, was the biggest of all in the whole of West Africa region, to say the fact. There was no one who could match the Benin Empire. And for the British, this was a very, very difficult job to be done. They started one after the other. They started from somewhere like Ghana to start annexing the Benin territory, then to Togo, Ivory Coast, and down to Lagos. They didn't even make their stop in Lagos, to Ekiti, Ondo, and so many other areas that were forcefully taken from the Benin people, then given to we're trying to give them to other tribes. But things are turning around today. Things are turning around. The table is turning, and I can see the bright future of the Benin United Nations coming. I think this is why the Yorubas and the Igbos are now very, very afraid. You see, I was talking about the Benin and the British. You see, before the British came, there was nothing like the Oyo Empire, nor the Oyo Kingdom. Mark this statement. There was nothing of such. The Oyo Empire was, I would say, was manufactured, you know, by the British to counter Benin Empire. If you go to Ife today, today of Ife, you will see a lot of Edo names, you know, because Ife was more of a village, was not even a town or a city when the British came. They were now systematically elevating Ife to fight against the Benin. You know? And this is what they did. In some area, that was very, very successful. Why I'm saying this from that so many areas in Ife today has a Benin name is because of our own son, not just because of our own son, Ododuwa, but also from the great Benin Empire, Isi Dahome. Isi Dahome. I don't know if you people understand because I'm trying to lecture at Dokumbo Asari about his statement, what he was saying in his broadcast. You know, I don't know if he has heard about this Benin General Isi Dahome, who speaks the Eastern language. He was from the Benin Empire, a general, you know, who took over the so-called now Benin Republic. You know, a big part of Benin Republic. He took over and we established all this area. We established and at the same time, part of the so-called Ife today was in the hand of the Benin people. That is how all this name come about. Now that, and at the same time, the title Oni of Ife was a Benin title. The first Oni of Ife was our own very son, Ikaladeyan, known by the Yoruba as Ododuwa. He was the first Oni of Ife. Till the British came, all the Oni of Ife title were all Benin people. Then when the British saw the dominance of the Benins, that this is also going to be a problem in the future, you know, they started using some people against the Benin, like Ajayi Crowder. Then when you come to Awolowo, and so many of these people was used against the Benin to make sure the Benin was being diminished, to reduce to zero. But they failed. They failed because history. But what the mistake they made, that the Benin history is well documented, not only with the artifacts and all, but with in folk tales and all that, you know. Must be given from father to son, from son to daughter, and so on, you know. But these people never really understand that the Benin people, they are the one of the greatest people on earth, you know, because we give today when you go outside Nigeria, anywhere you go, you will see this handwriting of the Benin people, of the Edo people, the Asian people, and all over. Make Africa to be very, very proud people. But today, when we see our neighbors, you know, coming out to tell us, the Benin people learn how to make bronze from Ife, from Yoruba people, and they brought it to Benin. You know, at the first stage, there was nothing like Yoruba people when the Benin started making their bronze. There was nothing like the British, and there was nothing like Portugal. The Benin have already started establishing civilized before these people came. They came and they made a civilization already existing, a well-structured civilization. Who did they meet in Igbo land that was civilized? Who did they meet in Yoruba land that was civilized? So they met this structure. And now today, people are coming out to tell us, this is Yoruba artifact or bronze. No, there's nothing like Yoruba bronze. All these bronze were made in Benin for the commemoration of Ododuwa and their children who emanated from Benin. But today, people will go and say, this was found in the year 19 so in Oyo State. Where were they found? They were not found. They were stolen by the British. They were stolen by the British and brought to those areas, and start renaming it as Yoruba bronze or artifact. How can you now come and tell us people were not even existing? The name was not even existent then that they made this artifact or they made this bronze. That is a complete lie. Huh? That is a complete lie. You see, when we are talking about the Ife or the Ile-Ife or Uhe, what the Benin knows as Uhe, you see, there's a lot of lies that people are now putting in the social media. They are now trying to tell us that there was Ife Empire. They are now also telling us that there was Oyo Empire. The question is, which place does this empire rule over? We can't find it, but we can tell you the empire of Benin, where they rule over, how they spread, to where they spread to. See, when I was saying this, that the Benin history is well documented, not just only in Nigeria, but all over the world, because I was also in a place, I visited a museum, and I saw something wonderful. I saw the old map of Nigeria, They so now called the area Nigeria because there was no Nigeria then. See, then you will know how great the Benin Empire is. I will not say was, is, because we are still existing. We are still existing, and everybody know that. And this is making some people very, very nervous in Nigeria. It's making them to be nervous because they now understand that we are waking up. And real fast waking up. And real fast waking up people. So now they are very, very afraid because I saw this map, not just only one map, many maps, how the Benin map, one of the biggest, the whole of West Africa, first to Ghana, down, even over Cameroon. You see? And when these people, I believe these people have the knowledge of all these things, but they want to make sure they carve out something from the Benin Empire. And that's why they are doing what they are doing. You see, when the Monoba made this statement, a lot of people were coming out with sort of rubbish and dishonest and some, I would say, some greedy people who has never contributed anything meaningful to Nigeria. Apart from bloodshed, we're coming out to say this is not right, this is not the right time. This is how did Benin come to Lagos? How did Benin go to Dahomey? I believe they should listen to themselves when they are talking. They should listen to themselves when they are talking. You see, how did the slaves, those people you sold as slaves, how did they get to where they are today? When the Benin Empire was building himself, you people were selling your children as slaves. The Yorubas were selling their children. The so-called now Yoruba today were selling their children as slaves. The Igbos were doing the same thing. The Ijaw people were selling also Igbo as slaves. See, and today, I will not say that some Beninese were not taken as slaves. Some Beninese were taken as slaves, were captured by the British and sold to other people. We know that exactly. And now people were now trying to tell us that we were also part of the slave trade. No, the Benin were never and ever a part of those abominations you people committed. When you people were selling your people, the Benin people came up with a regulation, with something very, very important to mankind, to say there's no Benin man or woman or a child should be sold to slavery or should go into slavery. This was compulsory in the whole of the Benin Empire. And that is why you see today very, very few people from these people, from our people, from the Benin, Edo, and Isan, Urubu, that were sold as slaves today because we were protecting our people from all this nonsense you people were doing. But anywhere you go today, you will see Yoruba as slave. But you see, I always say this, God is so great. And some in my latest visit to some part of the Caribbean, I met some people who were calling themselves Yoruba people. I have to make them to understand that Yoruba is not an ethnic identity. It's only a language. It's only a language. Just like Igbo is not an identity of an ethnic group. It's only a language. So I got further when I was trying to interview a man whose name is Satellite. I would say Satellite in his compound, Erad Abiokuta. Said very good, and I clapped for him for doing that. He said this is where he came from as a Yoruba man. I said, no, there's nothing like Yoruba. He said, yes, he know that. But as of this moment, this is something he can identify himself with. They asked him further, do you know where you came from Nigeria? He said, yes. He is from Egba, from the Egba people. And many of them, they are Egba. You see, when people now come up today to start shouting, our people is there, our people is there. What do you know is there? These people, they never knew as Yoruba people. They still know their origin today. Those from them from South, who were mistakenly by the British sold out to them, they still know their origin. They still know today that they are from Benin. God is so great. I met a woman somewhere in the Caribbean, because I will not try to be mentioning all these names, So we were also talking. He said, yeah, he's from Africa. And he asked me some questions about Ghana, if the Akan people were also so to trade. So I told him, I cannot say yes or no, but some of the people that are well known in this area where we are today, where I was with her, there are some prominent Akan people. I mentioned two names for her. He said, yes. This is from Ghana. These are Akan people. I said to him, yes, you can now see why I said yes and no. So then we go further to talk about her. This woman told me he has his own DNA test. And this DNA test shows something. Shows something. She is black. She's a black woman, and the other result, she is 17% from the Benin ethnic group. So I asked myself, how is that possible? Then I called somebody who explained this to me, how this was possible. That some were taken hostage by the British when the British started annexing our states. They were moving our people also as slaves. So I discussed with these people a lot. And when you see these people, then you will see the south of Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say today, why I wrote that full text in our page, that the Benin history is not only documented in Nigeria, it's documented worldwide. There are a lot you need to see outside of Nigeria. Then you will now see it's just nonsense for somebody to be trying to distort the Benin history. It's just nonsense because Facebook is not going to be existing forever. It's going to go down in some stage. It's going to come down, and all these things might be lost. Likewise, Wikipedia, it is going to be replaced in the future with something else. So, because the world is developing rapidly now, you see, where I'm trying to come to is in the issue of the Igbos. I believe through their action against the Benin people are now waking up. They are not just waking up one by one, they are waking up massively. They are waking up massively. And this is a very, very, very good sign. You know, so that's why I was clapping for the Benin people today, for the Edo people, for the Asian people, for their massive come out to defend themselves. Because this time around is very, very important that we allow these people to understand how we stand, how we are going to stand together in the future. If it happens that Nigeria goes down today, the Benin Empire will emanate. It's going to be coming up. And we are going to be seeing our people coming up to take our rightful place. To take our rightful place in Africa again. We have been telling people that the Benin ethnic group is one of the largest ethnic group in the whole of West Africa. But people have been saying, shut up your mouth. You don't know what you are saying. But you can see today what is now going on. Even, those people who were calling themselves Yoruba people before are now retreating to say, no, we are not Yoruba. Actually, we are not Yoruba. We are Benin people. We can see them. And more is coming. More are coming to join us. Yorubas, Igbo, be ready. When Buhari was the president of Nigeria, Fulani was always attacked. The Benin were always attacked by the Igbos, calling all sorts of names and this and that. You see, we were always telling them, every day for the thief, but one day for the owner. And these days, is already coming, and it's coming, and it's coming. Being prepared, because it's not going to be easy for you to run away. Because when we kept quiet, you thought we were stupid, we were lazy, we were this and that. But now, you have invoked the God of the Benin Empire upon yourself. And it's going to be very, very, the load that you are now carrying in your head is going to be very, very heavy, that you can hardly move a step forward. You can see where Kano resides today. Semo Ekba is also going to reside in that place with him. Every one of you is going to reside with them. Those of you that doesn't mean well for the Benin people are going to reside with him where he is today. It's not only the Igbo people, also the Yoruba people. You see, Lagos of today, I can still tell you right now that 80% of the names of the Lagos in Lagos Street are still of Benin origin. Although they are pronounced differently, but they are still Benin origin. Go to Ondo State today, you will see our people there. Go to Ekiti. When I will say this now, but because I'm going to make another broadcast about Anambra State, why the Igbos are attacking Anambra State, why they are doing their sit at home in Anambra State. I'm going to make another broadcast about that. And why the Yorubas are trying to claim Lagos. It's a very simple thing. But I'm going to make another broadcast for that. But before I leave this broadcast today, I would like to invite everyone to like and subscribe to our Facebook page. We have our Instagram, we have our TikTok, we have other pages where we promote our videos, our organization, because this is an organization. We have more than 52 ethnic groups in this organization, which represent this organization. And very soon, our office will be in Benin. And we are going to be doing so many things because we are going to be shifting our focus from what we are doing now to another level. We are going to take it to another level. And this level is what the Benin's have never seen before. I believe with your help that we can be able to succeed in bringing the Benin people in another level, making them to be greater as it was before. Only with your help. That is why I'm inviting everybody today to join our organization, Benin Advancement Forum. You find us in Facebook. If you are interested in this organization, you send us a message in our private messenger line, and we will reply you, and we will explain the procedure to you so that you can join us and at the same time work with us. We work together, you know, and in this organization, there's no supremacy. It doesn't matter the language you speak or where you reside or where you came from the Benin Empire. As far as you are a Benin person, you are highly welcome. When I say Benin person, because people always mistake this, Benin doesn't mean Edo people alone. It means Isan. It means Kwale. It means Soko. It means Urobo. It means Shekiri. It means Ika. It means other people. It means our people. It means Iseluku. If you are from Anambra State, if you are from Enugu State, and you are part of the Benin Empire, then if you are from Ondo State, if you are from Ekiti, if you are from Akoko Edo, if you are from Lagos, we will always welcome you people here in this organization. And we are going to be very, very proud of every one of you. And from January, our office in Benin is going to be in operation, where we are going to be doing so many things for the Benin people, bringing the Benin people together, not just culturally or historically or something like that. It's going to be something more I don't want to disclose yet. It's going to be something more. And our neighbors, they will have more time to envy the Benin people when we start. It's like it's going to be a firework for them. They will now understand the people they are dancing with. I will not say they are fighting with, they are dancing with. They will know how we can dance perfectly. You know. So I will like many people to understand why we cannot and we should not tolerate all this nonsense any longer. You see, in the whole, I would say in the whole of last 7 years, we have issues in the social media pertaining to some of our adult people, you know, who were committing some nuisance. I would have this to say, those people committing nuisance, they are not just only origin Benin. There are some of them who are using the Benin name, or some of them who were brought up in Benin. But that doesn't mean that they are Edo people or they are Esan people. But we know that. And not just only that, it's not only Edo people that is committing nuisance in the social media, or Esan or any one of our ethnic group. But what we should understand that if you know you are from Benin people, you are one of this Benin group, you should understand you are from greatness. Your ancestors made you or gave birth to you as a great person. And that is how it's supposed to be. Everybody has to supposed to be respecting himself. You know, I know we all cannot be in the same level, you know, and it's very, very important we should not also be in the same level because I would say if we all are in the same level, then people will assimilate us and that would be a very, very big problem. What we should understand also, we have to start trying to tolerate some of our people a little bit. Try to be giving them more advice more than insult. Because when it comes to a time when we start insulting each other, I don't think that will have a good result. But if we continue to influence and advise these people, I believe it's going to yield a good result rather than insulting these people. I will say, and I want to thank some of our great historians today who stand in the social media uh, to be representing the Benin's, not just the historian. Those of you who is standing in the social media to be representing the Benin people, I will say today, thank you very much for standing up for our ancestors, for standing up for our own selves. Because everything we do today, we are doing it for ourselves. We are not doing it for anybody. So thank you very much. And I hope to see you very soon because I'm going to be also coming out now frequently now that I'm at home. So I hope it remains a while. So because I cannot say where I will be tomorrow or where I'm not going to be tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me and have a great day. I wish and I pray to my great ancestors and the God Almighty, the Usanogodua, to guide and protect every one of us throughout our days. Thank you and have a blessed day. Bye bye.